Today I'm going to make my French onion soup in a crock pot. What is the most difficult part of making French onion soup? Sauteing the onion, a bunch of onions, right? And just standing here stirring that occasionally might not be the best way to do it. Some people put it in the oven. You still have to stir it occasionally so it's evenly browned. I'm gonna turn it on high. 3 tablespoons of butter. And I'm gonna chop up a whole bunch of onions, as much as I can fit into that pot. I have filled up this pot pretty much with onion, and now I'm gonna put a big pinch or 2 salt and make sure this is all mixed up. I'm using my hand because it's clean and it's the faster way to do it, and this is not hot yet, but make sure it's all mixed up with the salt. And I am going to cover this pot for now until it heats up a little more. But then eventually I'm going to take the top off and let things evaporate, right? So we'll be back in about an hour. After about an hour, you can hear it sizzling. Just need to mix it up a little bit, and I think I'm gonna continue cooking this under the cover only because that keeps it hotter, and I'll let you know when the cover needs to come off toward the end maybe, but even then if it does get brown, and it doesn't really matter, does it? So let's see how it's doing. It's definitely smelling really good. I'm just gonna put on the lid halfway so it can still evaporate and keep browning. Look at that bubbling. Remember, it was up to here, and it is now about a quarter of what it was in volume, but it is definitely browning nicely. And I was reading a recipe, and it pretty much said that if you're gonna saute this on the stove top, it will take you about 45 minutes to get it to the right color, and you have to stand there and keep stirring so it doesn't burn, right? So I only had to attend to this. This is the 3rd time I'm attending to this, although it's gonna take you 3-4 hours, but it's just doing it on its own, so you can go and do other things. So I will come back when I'm happy with the outcome, and we're gonna assemble the broth. Here we are toward the end. I'm sure I could cook this a little longer, but I think I'm okay with the progress as it is. I'm gonna remove the bay leaves that I put in here earlier. I'm gonna put in a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of thyme. I don't like too much of this because it's very earthy. A little bit too earthy for my taste. Just a little bit. Ground black pepper. Instead of wine, I'm just using balsamic vinegar. That'll give it a little bit of acidity and sweetness as well. Just a little bit, maybe a tablespoon. And a little bit of soy sauce. Just about a couple of tablespoons maybe. And that will help deglazing your pot if anything's stuck to the side. Ooh, smells so good. I'm gonna add my beef broth. I think I'm just gonna put this whole thing in here. I don't like my French onion soup thick. The whole thing about French onion soup is adding the toast on the top and the cheese on the top and then making it nice and melty. Look at this soup, it looks so nice as far as the color goes. And I really only attended this pot maybe 3 times, 3 or 4 times the entire afternoon. So now I'm gonna cover this up and cook it for about a half an hour. I'm gonna slice some freshly baked bread. I just shredded some Edam cheese. Ladle some hot soup. Put a nice freshly baked slice of bread. I am not putting this into the oven, but probably should put it under the broiler. I'm just gonna microwave it for about 30 seconds. Here's the soup, ready to go. I'm gonna enjoy this. See you next time.